This exhibition, Josef Sudek, The World from My Window, is the first exhibition in Paris since 1988. And what is really different about this exhibition is that we have tried to not make just a retrospective, but to give people a sense of how he worked in groupings.
And we decided to show also some works which were never exhibited before. It means, for instance, so-called puridlo. And also the first time ever are exhibited here color photographs, because Sudek is famous for his black and white pictures, but nobody saw that he made also color photographs.
Josef Sudek was born in 1896 in a town outside of Prague called Kolín, and he died in 1976 in Prague.
Sudek was interested in photography even before the World War I, but he started to be serious after the war, when he lost his right arm and wasn't able to be bookbinder as he was trained. And he studied 2 years in State Graphic School, which was an important school in Prague. He was much older than other students of this school. And he opened his own studio in 1927.
So his first photographs that we see on one wall here in the section that's called Beginnings, Early Beginnings, we see works that are very romantic, very much in the style of the camera club work that was done at the time, what we call pictorialism. They were quite romantic photographs taken along the Elbe River. When he would travel between Prague and Kolín to visit his mother, he would photograph trees taken at dusk. So he was very drawn to a rather dark romantic mood early on in those photographs. And then he photographs in St. Vitus Cathedral in Prague, and those photographs show great mastery over light. So we start to see him as somebody who is very capable, very masterful at making images that are both full of light and the absence of light as well. The series that he did that we call night walks were extremely important for him, because during the German occupation of Prague, so from 1939 until 1945, there were severe restrictions on where you could go, when you could leave your home, and of course there were blackouts and curfews. I think they're quite symbolic, those photographs. I think they show his hopefulness, that one light shining was kind of emblematic for him of hope.
And he started to make a series, A Window of My Studio. He continued 14 years to make these photographs, which are like borders between his own world, his own home, and world outside.
He also was endlessly fascinated by the way things change in time. He was a very acute observer of the world, but also I think it resonated emotionally, that there's a kind of sadness that comes across through these photographs, a beauty and a melancholy quality to them.
And this series is also important that he started to make only contact prints. He, with few exceptions, didn't make enlargements.
He became fascinated by the kind of detail that you could get from a contact print. So it's the same size as the negative, and that gave him greater definition, more control over the final picture.
Sudek was given panoramic camera, very old panoramic camera from the beginning of 20th century when he visited Beskidi mountains and Mionchi forest. And later, just later, he started to make photographs of Prague. His very successful book, Prague Panoramic, appeared in 1959.
Sudek was an interesting character in that he was something of a loner, I don't know whether he enjoyed it, but he experienced solitude. But he also was very much part of the community of poets and painters. He supported artists. He would buy their work when he knew that they didn't have much money.
Sudek had a lot of friends. He organized each Tuesday, for instance, concerts from gramophone records. He corresponded with many people. He sent letters to his friends in the United States, using sometimes his own photographs. He was very independent, but he established his own style. You can very easily recognize these are photographs by Josef Sudek, and we can still enjoy these beautiful photographs full of harmony.